What up? Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Move this over here. Let me know if you can hear me okay, because I kind of need to know. And, let's see. What's going on? Doing some questions tonight. Brought the kitty with me for Emily. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me, Jenna? Hi. Hi, Miss. Miss S, Infinity, Sahu, Jenna. Okay. Okay. You guys can hear me fine? Like perfectly, it's good? It's all good? So Jenna, tonight we're going to do a 10 list, and then, you know, of course, anyone who wants to skip the line, and, you know, get their question answered for, like, right after is, you know, if they donate, they can, you know, donate. And in the description box, I have my Cash App and my PayPal link. So, whoever wants to donate can do that. You don't have to, of course, but I'm picking 10, and Jenna, just however you want to pick them, it doesn't matter. You know, just random, or if you want to pick them in a row, you know. And then, of course, you know, if somebody leaves, like, we'll ask if they're here first, and we'll do it that way, so that if other people are here and they want to get on the list, and, like, say somebody isn't here, then they can get on it, you know. So, yeah. How are you guys doing? How's everyone doing tonight? Doing it a little bit earlier today, because it just, you know, sometimes we get on there at, like, 3 in the morning, and it's just, like, not really a great idea. It works. I mean, you'd be surprised how many people are there, like, at that time. It's kind of interesting. Like, it's weird because, like, I'll do it earlier at this time and, like, I won't get as many views. It's kind of interesting. But I don't know. I feel like it's better to do it, like, earlier because it's just, you know, to me it makes more sense. But, like, I guess, you know, people are on later. So, interestingly enough. Okay. So, Jenna, who is first? Let me know who I'm answering first. Please. Okay. So let's do you first then, Jenna. I feel like there's not enough light right here. Like, I need to, like, move. But let's see. Is that better? Kind of. Except you see that trash behind me. Alright. Well, we'll just have to deal with it for now. Bad news concerning my computer today, so this is, you know, the iPad. My life rocks. No, it's not that bad. So, just an energy update on Caleb and me. Okay. Can still hear me okay? Am I distant, or is it like, is it okay, good. Your sound is fire. Well, that's good. That's a compliment. That seems like it's positive. So, Jenna. Alright, interesting. So there's action wanting to be taken, but basically, you know, it's feeling like it's one-sided, so I feel like it's from you feeling like you've been fucked over because of this, you know. It's kind of like what we already know, but basically, yeah, you can't really see that, huh? I'm gonna have to get some more light in here, huh? I'm trying to see. Alright, just hang on a second. Just hang on a second, I'll be right back, okay? like literally shattered a light bulb the other day. So I'm gonna have to be careful in taking this out. Oh, and of course the kitten's out. Retarded. Okay, no, you're not going over there. Get away from the glass, kitty. Okay, no, we're not doing that, kitty. You're gonna die, and I don't want that. I don't want you to die, kitty. I don't want you to die. Oh. You're so cute, huh? Hi, I'm Chip. I'm Chip. Meow wow. This one freaked me out the other day because I was holding it and it was like in my arms and I kept like rocking back and forth and every time I did it was like I was like, this is creepy. I swear to God, it was the creepiest fucking thing. I was like, this cat's possessed. Like this is a problem now. I think we have an issue here. Like this is not okay. This is not normal. Oh, that's right. You are on top of my bucket. Okay, just hang on a second. Another second. Ocle docle. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this again. Emily! Hey. Alright, so, I'm just gonna put my light on. I'm all I don't know why I did that. Let's see if we can get this to work. Ah! Is that better? A little bit. It's gonna have to work for now, so we're just gonna deal with it, okay? So, okay, Jenna. Basically here we have this situation where it's like, yeah, you want to take action, and I feel like this is you because it's like the one-sidedness, the 10 of Wands, the one-sided feeling like you're doing all the work thing and then feeling like you're fucked over. So it's like, I feel like we've kind of already been through this before, but it's like, that's the energy that's there right now. So, let's see if we can get what's coming from him, basically. If we can get that, you know. Because that's probably what you want to know. Tell me about Caleb here. I feel like I need to... I just don't like this lighting. Hang on a second. I'm gonna have to, like, move you down, so we're gonna do that really quick. And then we'll be better. And then we'll be happier, and everything will be perfect. Everything will be perfect! If we can get this perfect. But if we can't... whatever. But we're going to. So. Okay. That's a little bit better, so whatever. So yeah, let's get Caleb here. Let's figure out what's going on with him, because he's kind of the one we're wanting to know about, right? So let's do that. Tell me about Caleb and what he's feeling and thinking, and about Jenna, and about their situation right now. For some reason, he's feeling on top of the world, basically. No, he feels like it's getting a lot of attention. Or, like, he has a lot of support right now. You know what I mean? Like, he has support for some reason. There's something around him. I feel like, you know, friends. He's probably been kicking it with friends a lot. And waiting. So it's, you know, nothing's changed. It's just pretty much like, it's the worst thing to do in this kind of a situation. Well, any situation. I hate that card, the Seven of Pentacles, because it just reminds me of, like, you know, like, what are you waiting? You know, like, people think, like, I'm just gonna wait, and, like, it's not gonna work. You know what I mean? You don't wait around for things. You take action, so... like, the waiting game does not work. I mean, it can, but it's just, like, not something to, like, strive for. You know what I mean? Like, the waiting game is just... Alright, you're not asking my opinion, but I'm just saying. It's, like, the waiting game. So, and I saw the 10 of Cups in there, the 9 of Wands, And the Two of Cups. So, I mean, I think he does feel like, again, you know, he feels like this is a happy situation, like you guys are happy together. Oh, and the Seven of Wands. So defensive about something. The Strength card, Leo, Nine of Wands, and... Did I get the Two of Cups already? Yeah, I'm just getting the ones that were flipped over in there. So let's break this down really quick. My favorite fucking card, just kidding. Least favorite, because who's waiting around? You know, don't do that. Don't wait around. It's not, you don't do that. You take action, you know, and you don't wait. So basically, but we do have the Two of Cups here. It's like he feels like it's a good energy. Like, I don't think at all that he's, like, over it or thinks, like, you're lame or anything. It's like he, you know, he sees you guys connect, but it's like he's defensive about something, and maybe you're, like, telling him, you know, you need to kind of own up to some shit, or, like, basically, you know, take action, you know what I mean, because you're so fucking indecisive, like, stop being like that. And maybe he, like, takes offense to that, I don't know. But I feel like he's very defensive about needing his time right now, you know what I mean? Like, he needs his time, and he's not about to, like, he's not about to, like, change that, you know? So, be strong, strength, you know, or Leo, but I don't think there's a Leo involved. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you too, Empress. So it's like, basically, you know, I feel like it is going to start up again. It's just like, who knows when, you know what I mean? Because we got this guy who's fucking awesome, waiting around for what, you know? Maybe something great, but the thing is, like, it's not the thing to do, you know? And it doesn't give you any answers, right? It gives you kind of like the sense of like, okay, so am I waiting around for nothing, or am I waiting around for something? Like, what's going to really happen here, or am I wasting my time? And we just don't know that, because basically you're waiting around, and so is he, and it's just like, I mean, he's taking action. Like, don't get me wrong, we see that he's taking action, that he's trying to better himself, and I don't think that he's, like, I think he thinks that you guys will have another chance and get back together, so just keep that in mind. I think he does want that. It's just kind of frustrating, because you're, like, wanting it now, and it's hard to just, like, wait for that and not know if it's ever going to happen, even though every reading you get says it's going to, with not just me, but other readers, too. So it's just the same thing. It's just that waiting game, you know? It's just you being there for yourself. Yes, I know it's not over, LOL. He still has all my stuff. We have to talk eventually. I love that. It's fucking funny. He has all my stuff, so we have to talk eventually. He'd be like, let me get my stuff back. Yeah, I know, it's kind of weird, huh? But it's good. Kind of, you know. Hey! That cat is fucking crazy. That white cat is like a, he's like a fucking, he's like a scavenger. I mean, he wants to go and search and look at everything and be like all over everything. It's fucking like, dude. And the girl is like nice and she's sweet, but like, she's fearless. You know what I noticed about the guy cats and the girl cats are way different. Like, the guy cats are like more scared and timid, but the girl cats are like fearless. They're not afraid of heights or anything. It's kind of crazy. Get away from the glass, weirdo. Yeah, I broke some glass, so don't step in it. Don't make me feel bad. Okay, so, Jenna, what's the next question? Miss S. Current feelings of why towards me and connection. Okay. Why? What kind of name? What name is that? Let's guess. You know anyone with a name that starts with Y? Like, that's a guy? Or I guess it doesn't have to be a guy, right? It could be a girl. I'm just fucking with you. So let's see here. Okay, so basically there's hope. Or this person's an Aquarius. Or both. So basically, the star card is there to be like, hey, have faith and hope that this could work. It's like a good omen to the situation, you know? It's like a positive vibe there. It's like pretty much like it can happen. You know, believe in yourself, believe it can happen. And it looks like it's going to be fairly stable, or at least that's what's wanted, you know? Like, that's the goal. that's the objective, and basically you have everything you need to make that happen. That's what you guys are both wanting, or him or her. That's what they're kind of wanting in the situation. Like, they're there to provide stability or some kind of like security. At least that's what they want. But it seems like there's something like this could have been a past connection, or like you could have, this might not be the first time you guys have connected, or maybe you had a past and now you're wondering like where it's at. But it kind of seems like a situation where someone can't let something go. He's Aquarius. Okay, yeah, perfect. So if it's not about you guys not able to let each other go, then it's talking about something else. But either way, it's, someone who can't let something go. It's someone who, like, maybe it even is just talking about, if it's not talking about you guys and like being together before, it's talking about like the idea of somebody in a situation where they cannot, like, they want to move forward and they want to progress in their life, but something is holding them back and they're very defensive about it. And that's why it's holding them back, because this is them wanting to move forward. Like, they're trying, they're wanting that, and it's not like they want to feel like this. It's just, they are doing things to make that happen. But then we also have here, them being very defensive about the past. Like, you just don't understand, I know how I feel, don't tell me how to feel, kind of like they just have to go through that, So it's that feeling of like something is holding them back. So could be both of you, it could be one of you. Doesn't matter. It's just, well, it does, but it's just the idea, the feeling that's going on here in this situation. So I almost feel like it's saying that this could be a connection that is stable, but there's something holding it back. There's something that's in the way of that. You know what I mean? And also this card, the Page of Swords, sometimes it means, they're stalking your social media, or they're basically spying on you, or trying to, like, find information about you. So, I mean, that could be the case as well. But again, they're, like, not letting something go. Like, they're kind of, like, stuck on something. They don't want to be, but it's just the way it is. Like, they're just very defensive about it. So it's holding them back, though. The idea is that it's holding them back. It's not good, But they know that, I feel like. They don't want it to be that way, It just is. So keep that in mind, that it's not something that no one wants to be in that energy, but sometimes it just is that way for a little bit. So that's just the way it is. But things will, get better at some point. Doesn't have to always be like that. Seems like it, but it's not. So he was hurt in the past, and that's why he acts defensive. Very possible. Very okay. Makes sense. But weren't we all hurt in the past? I'm just saying, if he, I don't know exactly what you mean by defensive. I'm hoping you don't mean he's kind of a dick, or he's, like, angry or, like, abusive in any way. Because, honey, we all have a past. We've all been hurt in the past, but not all of us are assholes. You know what I mean? So some of us are, but, I mean, really, it's not... You shouldn't accept that as, like, acceptable behavior if it's affecting you in a negative way, or it's, like, not treating you right, you know what I mean? Just putting that out there. Like, to say he's been hurt in the past, it's like, who hasn't, you know what I mean? So, just saying. He just guards himself, okay. So let's see how he feels about this situation, what's kind of... Hang on a second. I keep getting this past energy. Maybe he feels like you're kind of like the past person, or he's like, this is a pattern. He needs more information first before he can kind of go in your direction. So I definitely feel that whole sense of, like, not necessarily guarded is what I'm feeling. It's more like, I mean, but you know him better than I do. I'm just saying, I'm not saying, like, no, that's not right. I'm saying it feels like he's hesitant, and skeptical a bit. Like, he needs more information before he can move forward with you. And also, you remind him of a past connection. It's like bringing him back, or it's bringing old wounds back, maybe just because he's never dated someone since the last person or whatever. Could be anything. But here we do have either he looks at you as basically an option, meaning he would have other options, or it's talking about, the way that he's looking at the situation is a bit unrealistic. Like, there's so many different ways that he could be looking at it that are just kind of unrealistic. But that could just be because of his past, right? And how he's kind of guarded. So maybe he's just thinking, like, the worst, or the best. Maybe he's giving you, but, you would think if he was thinking the best, he would probably be approaching you a lot quicker. So let's go ahead and just say he's not thinking about it in a realistic way, is what we can say for sure. So, I mean, no one really knows the person that you just met. You don't know them. They're putting on their best face, you know, you don't really know them. So it's not really like you can just say, like, okay, you know, I know exactly what you're about and I don't have to feel anything about it, you know, that you don't know. So basically what you know about the person is kind of unrealistic anyway. If you're expecting anything you don't really know, that's going to happen. So yeah, it's funny because I said in the beginning, like, we've all been hurt, but now I'm feeling like that really is a big part of the situation for him. Like, because you obviously haven't broken his heart yet, so it's kind of, or hopefully you never do, but, so the Three of Swords, it's like, I don't know if he might have been cheated on in the past, but this is bringing up old wounds for him. That's why we're seeing Three of Wands, Three of Swords, because it's talking about, this is like a past thing, and it's bringing up old feelings and old wounds, and then it's also, you know, bringing up the wounds of, you know, him being hurt and stabbed in the back, or stabbed in the heart, rather. And it could have been a third person that he was involved with, like 3 people cheating, you know? So I feel like, yeah, he's feeling guarded and hesitant, and he's probably, I feel like he does want to approach you, though, because people aren't feeling like this unless they do have feelings for the person, right? Like, you wouldn't be bringing up old wounds unless he was feeling some type of way about you. So, the devil, it's, you know, ew, look at those yellow-ass eyes. I never saw that before. But yeah, it's kind of a toxic thing. I feel like you should be careful with it, because, I feel like it's also a thing, though, that he feels like he's drawn to already. Like, see these two chained to each other, or, I mean, chained to the devil here? It's like he feels already like he's, like, drawn to it, like he wants to get involved, but it's just something that you really need to be careful with and watch out with, you know, because you're already making excuses for his behavior, saying he's been hurt in the past, and that's why he's, you know, the way he is. Well, you know what, then he needs to at least be doing the same for you. I'm just letting you know now that, it kind of seems like you should be careful with that. Because, yeah, we all have baggage, we all have a past, but that doesn't always mean we're the healthiest people, you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't just shun people for having baggage, but it's like, it just means they're bringing things to the relationship that you might not want to deal with, or you might not be okay with, you know, there's certain behaviors and everything. So just make sure that you know, you can have all the sympathy for the world, you can have all the sympathy in the world for him, but that doesn't mean he's going to treat you right. So if he doesn't, at any point, I hope you will have the balls to just fucking brush him off and know that you deserve better. I'm not saying he's going to do that, but, you know, the devil being here, it's like, it kind of seems like he's going to put things on you from his past. Or it's just toxic in some way. I mean, just, and I'm not saying don't date it or don't go for him, but basically just know that at any time if you see any toxic behaviors, I hope that you'll be strong enough to know that you don't deserve that, and hopefully you won't put up with it. Okay? So, who's next? Just putting it out there, you know? Just putting it out there. Right on. Hi, kitty. Is Emily still here? Yeah, you're welcome. Is the free list closed already? Wow. Okay. Well, anyone, if you're here, can you like this video, please? I'd really appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed yet, then go ahead and do that, so you know when we go live, and you can get on the free list if you haven't. Also, if you haven't gotten on the free list, or if you have and you just don't want to wait for, you know, your turn, then you can look in the description box and see any way you want to donate, or the 2 ways that I have you can donate. And we'll take your question as priority. He's so fucking cute. God, I love him. They have blue-ass eyes. Like, it's crazy. Gail, if you want to donate, we'll take your question right now. Just giving you another option there, you know? Please like this video, you guys. If you could do that for me really quick. Just real quick. Just take but a second. It's okay. It's all good. Xena. Where's Jenna at? Oh. So we're on Infinity 17. My ex John, current feelings for me. Gotcha. Sorry, kitty. Oops. My bad. That's my bad. Did not mean to scare you. Ah! Quit fighting me. Okay. Let's see here. John. Oh. Okay, I keep getting the Scorpio card. So we could be dealing with a Scorpio here, or you're a Scorpio, or if not, then this is talking about, you know, there was a big drastic change in the situation, or an ending. So it's your ex. That could be as simple as what we're talking about here, but since we already know that, I feel like it's kind of like saying even more than that, and probably saying bottom of the deck. So yeah, you feel fucked over. I feel like basically though the death card is there because it's saying you feel transformed, you know, almost as if a death had happened. Like you feel transformed in such a way that it's like basically you know, it's the death and rebirth. Not a literal death, but you know, when death does happen, it's like it can't go back because it's dead. It can't, you know, it's what it is. It can't go back to what it was because it's gone. And so basically, that's what it feels like for you, is like it feels like there's just a change that cannot ever be the same because it's like almost like a death, you know? So that's what we're talking about here. And it's a transformation, like completely drastic change. Maybe it happened very abruptly. And it just feels like shit, basically, because of the Ten of Swords. You feel like you were fucked over. Okay, yeah, so no Scorpio here. You feel like you were fucked over with the Ten of Swords here. Like betrayed, someone betrayed your trust, or you guys both did. I mean, the trust was betrayed here. So that's the main thing. But also the main thing is that basically it feels so different now. It just feels like there was a big fucking change, a big drastic change, almost like a death. And it can't go back to what it was, so. King of Swords, did some truth come out? Because this is a card of somebody who doesn't take any bullshit, and it could also be air sign energy. So, like you said, Libra was the person you were with. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is what this would be talking about for air sign. So, I feel like almost too that they feel like they were fucked over, even if you feel like that's not true. Like maybe they're playing the victim or something. But because the Ten of Swords is also air energy. It doesn't have to be, though. It's just saying basically like the whole idea of the card is, you know, unexpected betrayal. Because you see we have here this guy who's on his stomach, and those swords are in his back. So it's not like he had time to be like, oh wait, hang on, let me explain myself. Nothing. It was just like, he didn't even see it coming. So, I mean, it's unexpected. And I feel like that's why it happened abruptly, and it happened like without you even expecting it, and it was very upsetting, you know? Any kind of betrayal is, but it's just very like sudden. Yes, true, it is hard to trust him again. So let's see where he's at with this. Maybe he feels transformed as well. It's possible, you know? Any of these energies could be yours or his or both. Whatever you feel like applies to you and doesn't, then take it or don't. So we do have here this... Okay, I keep feeling like he feels like he's the victim in a way. Like, I keep getting this feeling because of the cards. I keep feeling like he's acting like he was done wrong. Or like he's doing the most and not getting it in return or something. Because we have the Ten of Wands. That's telling me that he wants to take action for some reason. Like there is something that he wants to take action on. Whether that's retaliation or reconcile. We will figure that out. But, yeah, it's like... But also, you know, with this... Yeah, it's interesting because we have this Ten of Wands here. It's kind of saying, like, he feels like he's doing the most, or he feels like it's one-sided. He feels like all this work, like he's doing, like he's carrying all the weight or something. So it's like, what the fuck's, you know? Like, I don't really buy it because of what you're saying, like, you can't trust him. Maybe you're the one who's, you know... I don't know. I'm just saying. It kind of feels to me like he feels like he was betrayed, or like he was done wrong, or like he's doing the most and it's just not paid attention to or something. Like he's like, you know, he's doing all the work here or something. Um, but that would make sense that it's unrealistic because we have the Seven of Cups. And also the Leo card, the Strength card. Him having to make a decision here, but I feel like he's going to be acting on, yeah, just bear with me. I feel like he's going to be acting on, kind of false pretenses. Like, he's going to be going about it in a way, because, you know, he is taking action here. Like, or at least that's what he's wanting to do, or he's planning to do. He'll have the opportunity to do that, basically. Now, whether or not he takes that is going to be up to him, because we all have free will. But this is basically noting that it's something, like, I just feel this arrogance, you know? Because it's, like, something he has to do for himself, but then also it's unrealistic and it's not seen correctly. And, of course, we have the Tower, because it's... I feel like it's probably better... This situation has run its... Okay, that's just my opinion. I'm not saying that that's always going to be the case. It kind of seems like there was a third party, though. You know, it seems like there's... He's not looking at it in a way that's realistic. Like, he's looking at it as if almost he was done wrong, or like he deserves an apology type thing. Like, he looks at it like he doesn't... The point is, he looks at it like he's not the one who needs to do that. You know, like... I feel like that this is just going to all kind of tear everything apart. And I don't want to tell you, like, you know, you should just fuck it off now and say fuck it. But that's what I'm feeling, because basically this is something that's going to be, like, worse for you than better. It's going to feel like things around you are just falling around, or falling down and crashing and just kind of, like, not going well, if you keep involving yourself in the connection. Because it's a person who's not taking ownership, but something came out, and it's like... I just don't think that he's understanding that you're the one who is feeling betrayed. I feel like he thinks he was. Even if he was, you know, in this situation, you know, might have been. He might have been hurt by certain things. But what we're talking about right now is what he's done recently and what's happened. I feel like it could have been a third-party situation. And basically, you know, he needs to acknowledge that. And I just don't really see that happening right now. But it seems like he's wanting to take some kind of action towards you, but he's going to be doing it in a way that's... You know, there's something that he's looking at that is not realistic. Like, maybe he thinks, you know... I don't think it's retaliation, necessarily. Well, let's see what it is, because I'm not really exactly sure what he's trying to do. But it seems like it's done... Yeah, see? Too early. Too soon. Hasty decision-making. Yeah, we got a lot of fire here. Again, King of Wands, Page of Wands. It's energy of, like, determination... and action, you know, not thinking about it, but doing it. And so I'm kind of, he needs more information, but this is a cycle that's, I feel like this is not the first time that he's done something like this. Like, he needs more information, he's gonna go and ask people about it, or he's gonna, like, assume things, or accuse you of things, or try to, like, this is like a cycle, I feel like, for him. And if not with you, with other people in his life. Like, he just, again, it's probably part of that whole he can't take ownership thing, you know? Him trying to, like, grasp for something to put and make sense of it, but it's like he just needs to understand that it's him. I mean, it's not just him, but I'm saying, like, in this situation, I feel like he was wanting to take action. The action that he's going to be taking is basically trying to find out more information, and how to formulate a story that makes sense to him, because he already has all the information he needs, but he's not seeing that. So, all the information he has is your guys' relationship. That's all he needs to know. And I feel like he's just not seeing it that way, so it's kind of like, he's going and searching for what? You know, and it's unrealistic. So whatever action he takes here... He might turn this around, though. Oh! Weird, okay. So we got some cards here on the ground, and I was thinking to myself, like, okay, why would he turn this around? It's kind of like, there's conflict, but there is a Just... I'm not advising anything, I'm just saying this is what it looks like is going to happen. I don't know what you should or should not do. I just think it's kind of sketchy, but, like, there's conflict here. I feel like you guys are going to have some arguing. Like, it's not done. You guys have not stopped communicating. Like, there's still some arguing that you're going to probably go through, and some conflict, probably because, you know, certain things are not owned up to. And then we have here, you know, some fear, some nervousness. Like, how do I... like, just not sure what's going to happen next. Could be your energy or his. But then I think, you know, at some point, he's thinking about this in a way of, like, everything that's gone down. And how it's all, how all of the events have come to the point where they're at now. Basically reminiscing. So, you know, reminiscing about your guys' connection. A lot of times that's where people fuck up and get back together. So that's what seemingly goes down here. Like, there is a reunion. you know? There's a reunion, or there's some kind of, like, you guys get back together and discuss things. And I feel like they're going to want to lend a hand to you, like maybe they feel bad or something. Or you're going to want to lend a hand to them. So that's what I see happening for that. Right now, though, I don't think that if he does take any actions, it's going to be in haste and random and not thought through. So I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of, like, lead to that conflict I was talking about, that arguing, you know? But it seems like it's going to blow over and he's going to, like, think about you and then feel bad. So, but right now I feel like he's kind of trying to search for information that will make him feel like he's not the one. Like, he doesn't have to, like, really, feel so much shame, I guess you could say. So, alright. So who's next, Jenna? Okay, Sahu. Sahu, are you here? What is Ashok's current feelings for me right now, and his next action for me? Let's see if we can find out here. Actually, I want to use a different deck just because I don't feel that deck right now is really my favorite. Can I see these, please? Excuse me. Wow, okay. Alright. So, Ashok's current feelings for me right now, and his next actions toward me, right? Alright. Page of Pentacles. So either there's a younger earth sign involved. Whoever the younger one is would be the earth sign, if that's what we're talking about here. And if not, then we're talking about someone's, you know, whatever the message is on their mind, because pages are messengers. So whatever the message is on their mind is basically like to try to find more stability in their situation. So what does that have to do with you? Putting something to rest. Okay. Putting something to rest, or this is basically feeling so great in another person or your friend's company. I don't know if we're talking about a third party or if we're talking about friends. Now, if you guys are doing well and there's no issues, then we wouldn't have to worry about the third party. But if we're talking about, you know, you guys are having issues, we could be talking about a third party, because maybe that's something you suspect. If not, I feel like it's just talking about friends. So the thing about the Four Swords is it's either talking about something's being put to rest temporarily, like it's not the death card, there's no ending yet, or we're talking about a situation where when, you know, this is something where you feel like you can finally rest. You know, you can feel finally comfortable and like you can relax. So this would be friendship, good friends. People you're celebrating with, people that have support for you, you know, positive. It's not like acquaintances or party friends. It's not like people you barely know. It's people that are good for you. So whichever, you know, scenario applies to you. And basically here, you know, they're trying to, I feel like it's the second one. Like they're putting something to rest, or they feel very, like they finally can rest in their friend's company. But again, it's kind of like they're kind of like distancing themselves. But very quickly, again, thinking about how everything has come to be. Maybe that's why they're distancing themselves, or we're going to see what happens here. Maybe that's why they're going to come toward you. No. Yeah, they're grieving about something. So, it may not be about you, but you would know if it is or not, because you would know your guys' situation. But, yeah, they're going through something. But, I feel like it is about you guys. What is up with these fucking waiting people? Why are people waiting around? Like, take action. What are you waiting for? You don't... I was just gonna say, you don't know what decision to make, which one is right or which one's wrong, you know, you have to, like, you don't know yet if that's the right decision. Well, yeah, basically. You know? teetering. Okay, this is important, but this is just as important. So what's more important to me? And what action should I take, you know, in regards to that? There's indecision, and there's... So, you know, asking what action is he going to take towards you next, he doesn't even know. But I think that he's trying to figure out, like, what's the best... like, he's trying to figure that out, too. What is more important to me? I feel like something happened between you guys, and he's now questioning whether or not it's worth the wait, whether or not he should just put it to rest for good, or if he should just try to get back with you. You know, if he should actually try this again, or not, because he's teetering. He doesn't know which is more important to him, or which is going to be better for him. So, his next action... Yeah, okay, so something happened to where he's just let down, either let down or just seeing the negative. Maybe he's just seeing the negative, and you really feel like, what the fuck did I do? I didn't let him down. But he's feeling negative about the situation. He doesn't see that there's positive here, because there still is positive here. But to him, it could be that this is something that he's experienced before, and he doesn't like certain things about it. Maybe he's just not the relationship type, and that's what he doesn't like about it, the feelings he's getting now. Not having freedom or something, you know, or whatever the fuck it is. But it's kind of like, it could be familiar, because here he could go over this bridge and find something better and improve his life, or he can just reach back and grab one of these cups and just keep getting the same thing he's been getting. He feels like this is something that he's gone through before, that he's felt before, and he's disappointed by that. Yeah, see, past energy here. Not letting something go. Wanting to, but not really able to. Very defensive about it, too. Very defensive about it. What the fuck is... To me, it feels like you guys don't have a very serious relationship, but what it's telling me is that something has happened between you, indicating that there is some kind of seriousness between you, you know? Like it was serious because he's feeling some type of way. Again, though, you know, this might not be about you. It could be about a past connection, or maybe, you know, a parental connection, anything. It's just, you know, a connection, a feeling that he's had before and doesn't really like. So it doesn't feel good for him. And he's, like, thinking about, should I put this to rest, or should I, like, continue with this? And I feel like he will continue with it, because we do have this situation here where it's like it's kind of like thick and thin. You know, this is the original love card of the tarot. It's not anymore, really, but, I mean, you can kind of understand why. It's kind of like... Poor Jenna's Wi-Fi. It's okay. But yeah, this is kind of talking about, like, through thick and thin. I mean, they're on... excuse me, they are homeless, they need help, they're by a church, you know, they need food, they need shelter, they're crippled, you know, and they're sick, but they're together. So that's the whole idea, is like they're together still, going through it. So I feel like he is going to, you know, not want to put it to rest anymore at some point, but I don't know if that's going to be, like, healthy for you guys, but it seems like he's thinking about, you know, coming back and trying to not be so distant anymore. Not saying he's left, but it kind of seems like he distanced himself. So now I feel like he's going to want to come back and, you know, rekindle that. Yeah. Because he's got this connection with you, and it feels like it's right, you know? It feels like it's, like you guys see eye to eye in a lot of ways. So maybe he's just tripping, and this is really about a past connection, that he's feeling like this, and he's like, but maybe it'll be worth it, you know? Or whatever he's thinking, but it seems like he's thinking, like, you know, you guys have some kind of a connection, so maybe he's going to try to rekindle that. Or not be so distant. So that's good. He's purring. Okay, so ex-Xena. Does Steven ever want to get me back? Like, will he ever surprise me, or does he have a game plan on when and how he will ever get me back? Because I have family drama with him, and it's not fair because we love each other. Okay. Want to get me back because... Or, like, does he have plans in the near future or present? Because my fam has a hard time accepting him for his past, and it's unfair because we still love each other. My mom does, kind of, right now. Yeah, I emailed you, actually, Nithya. I emailed you, so check your email for the link. I thought you already texted me, or I thought you already messaged me back. Didn't you? Oh, no. No, so I'm sorry, that was somebody else. Yeah, no. Yeah, I messaged you, or I emailed you back with the link. Yeah, please do. Please go check that and let me know how you feel about it. Because, yes, I did do your reading. She kind of likes Steven, okay. So let's see what's going on here. Will he try? Because I guess he's kind of got the memo of your family doesn't like him. And he's not really going to try to, get their approval, right, is what you're saying? So let's see if he's going to eventually want to do that, or what he's thinking about doing in regards to you. Let's see here. What's going on here? And is he going to turn around and try to, you know, come back into your life, or just kind of dip out and be like, alright, well, I tried. But they don't like me, so I guess. Alright, so he's kind of nervous about what's happened. Did they threaten him or something? I mean, he's kind of like, or he thinks you're going to reject him or something. There's some kind of, like, feeling of he's not sure what you're going to do. Like, if you tried to. Like, maybe he feels like you're not about it, but he's like, what's going to happen next? He kind of has this, like, not fear, but kind of worry, you know? Maybe he worries it won't work out. Like, he knows that you love him, and he knows that he loves you, but he doesn't know if it'll work out, so he doesn't know how to approach it. I feel like he could have two different people in mind, just because we have this, you know, indecision here of what's more important to him, and there's disappointment regarding your guys' situation, obviously. This cat is so weird. Because, you know, of whatever happened between you, so it's kind of like he's weighing his options. Maybe there is another option, you know, that's possible. And basically here, he's just kind of trying to figure out, like, is it worth actually trying again or going back? And, you know, because he fears that it won't be worth it. He's not really sure if it's worth the time or effort. But it looks like his, you know, opportunity, he's going to have the opportunity to provide more stability to your life, or make things right, or, you know, feel more stable, or present something to you that's going to, like, maybe he's going to get a job or something, and then he feels like, okay, maybe her family will accept me now, you know. Whatever it is, it seems like there's something that kind of, like, puts things back in order, and he tries, or at least it seems promising. It seems better, a hell of a lot better than this. A hell of a lot better than that. That fear, you know. There's actually a chance now, because there's some stability, or there's some, like, option to make things look a little bit better now, you know? He's thinking about all the times you guys have had, so yeah. He probably will, but... That's so weird. Okay. I'm getting, like, you know, some stability. For some reason, something's gonna come in. Like, he has this fear, right? This, you know, this anxiety, or this hesitance, because he just doesn't know what's going to happen next. You know, he doesn't know if it's going to work. Then we have stability coming in. So, you know, a new job. For some reason, it just seems like it's more promising now. He maybe tries to approach that, or he feels like, okay, maybe I can actually have a chance this time, because there's opportunity there. If he takes the opportunity or not, that's going to be important too. So, you know, he might not take it, and then, you know, maybe nothing happens. But I do feel like he's reminiscing about the situation, trying to think like, okay, yeah, no, So if there is two different people, I feel like he's definitely considering like what you guys went through together and how you feel, and like, okay, so maybe he's gonna choose that option, or at least, you know, for the moment he's thinking like about that a lot. But he's closed off as fuck, which is like, okay, dude, like, you know, that would make some sense because he just is indecisive, right? Exactly. I hope he does try at least and have strength. They'll like him more if he does it. Those cards are huge. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like he thinks I'm not about it. Yeah, maybe his ex, because she's easy, they have an easier chance than me because it's so much harder, and we have a son together too. Yes, he does think about the past a lot. Yes, he's very closed off. Yeah, so, pretty much, yes, exactly. He, what are you doing? So we have he's closed off and not really taking any offers. So I don't really see him kind of like coming around soon to do this for some reason. Again, it could be that fear, that anxiety that he's not sure how it's going to work out. But I think that, you know, he finds out some information too. Something comes to light. He has some kind of like realization about something. So maybe somebody tells him something, or like he feels something about it, you know. Something just comes to light for him. He realizes something. Like it was in the dark before, now it's come to light. The problem with that is that the moon's here too. So it's Pisces energy, but if not, we're talking about confusion, clouded thinking. So it's very possible that this information that's coming to light now is not really true, or it's just not the way it seems. It's twisted, it's taken out of context, or it's, you know, completely fabricated. I mean, it's just, it puts him in a headspace that it's confused, and, you know, he's not thinking right. It's like the thinking is not clear, it's clouded. So I think that's why he becomes closed off, or, you know, he's closed off now, but I think when this whole situation goes down, he starts to think about it again, he continues to be closed off because of this information that he's gotten. Or that maybe he's just convincing himself of. Maybe it's just in his own mind he's thinking this. So it's hard to say whether or not he's ever going to reach out, because I feel like every time he tries, or he, you know, gets the feeling that he wants to, something comes up to where he convinces himself not to. Like, oh, okay, and it's all pretty much just clouded. Like, and it could stem from this whole idea that he's probably feeling a little insecure about the situation because it had to end because of your family, is what you're saying, right? So he feels kind of like he doesn't have much control over that situation. Not that he's a controlling person, but it's like when you're up against somebody's family and they don't like you, it's kind of like you feel like you have no chance. And I feel like that's what he's thinking, and he's kind of insecure about it. So it's like, it's hard to say whether or not he's ever going to really try to make it happen again. Hopefully he'll be able to take that opportunity that he had there, that he's going to have, to create more stability in the situation and feel better about, you know, his chances. But it's just hard to say if he ever will take action on that, you know. So it's really just up to him if he's going to put the effort out. They would love him if he just tried harder. Right? Okay, and but I do feel like he probably will. It's just that the thing is, it's probably going to end in disaster for some reason. I don't mean to laugh. I'm just saying, like, it's funny because we're like, is he going to even reach out? He may not. And then it's like, oh yeah, it looks like he's going to, you know, the Page of Cups, but it's not going to end well. You know, it's just kind of like, of course. But the Tower is not there to say, like, it's not going to end well or that something is going to be all fucked up. It's just basically saying, like, something is going to, your lives are going to change drastically, you know, and it's going to seem worse before it gets better. So if you guys are willing to, like, stick it out and, you know, meet each other on the other side where there's the sun again, you know, the sun comes out again and everything's okay, then, you know, maybe it will be a very strong connection. But it definitely seems like things are going to get harder before they get worse. Like, things are going to kind of, like maybe some people are going to be against you, and you guys might have to just stick it out together and you know, not be involved with your family, you know, like, I'm just saying, because it seems like something, like, he may try, and then it kind of, like, ends, like, something really just gets real fucked up in your guys' lives. But then, you know, it's not to say you guys can't make it through that situation. Like, it's a huge transformation. It's like a huge overall, things feel like they're, like, falling apart. And then, you know, they always come back together. But, like, what is going to be, you know, what's the situation going to be like when they do? Are you guys going to still be together? Are you guys going to have, like, you know, are you guys going to live in the same place? Are you going to even be speaking to your family anymore? You know, there's just going to be big, big changes here. So know that you guys getting back together will be a life-changing experience for the both of you in many ways. Well, life-changing is already, you know, enough. But yeah, many different ways. Life-changing. So, and also with the tower, though, everything happens for a reason. When the tower's there, you can't really, like, prevent that. So don't try to force anything to happen. You know, just kind of let it happen. And also don't try to resist any changes that are trying to occur in your life, because that will make it a lot harder. So just telling you. Just telling you now. The tower is there, though, because it's supposed to happen. It happens for a reason. It's, you know, it's just the way that life is. Certain things happen for a reason, and you can't really control that or prevent that. So just keep that in mind. You know, try to just let things flow from here on out. Try not to force anything, and try not to resist any changes, okay? And things will run a lot smoother. And hopefully you can remind him of that as well. You know, if he does come back around. It seems like he's going to at some point with the Page of Cups there. So, if he does, just try to keep him... Just try to remind him that, you know, let things happen as they're going to happen. You know, if it's just going to happen that way and there's nothing you can do, try not to change that, you know? And I'm not talking about, like, oh, my parents don't want us to be together, so let's just let that happen. That's not, like, something that's happening. That's something that other people are wanting, but that's not something that's happening, you know? You guys being in love and being in a relationship, that's happening. So, you don't have to, like, change that just because somebody else wants it to be changed, you know? Just let things happen. Try not to, like, let other people change things for you. I mean, if your parents have that much control over you, and they want to, like, change your life and be in control of it, maybe it's your time to stop allowing that, you know, as your own person, you know? Okay. Okay, Brittany, I did see your question on here. My Virgo ex keeps trying to reach out to me and I haven't responded. How does he feel about me and what does he want? Okay. I think I've answered this before, though. Didn't we figure out he wanted to have a connection with you or something? But he wasn't going to push, like, dating you, but he was going to push having some kind of connection towards you, at least speaking to you. I think we talked about that before, but let's see if anything's changed here. Has anything changed? Good luck, good omen to the situation. Maybe something good is going to happen here. Either we're talking about there's a Taurus involved here, or we're talking about, you know, maybe marriage is possible. I mean, I don't want to say that because I feel like you guys are... That's a far jump from ex to marriage, but this is the marriage card. It could also just be talking about you know, you look up to a person, maybe, well, it's saying, you know, Wheel of Fortune, so it's possible that this is maybe in the cards here. Maybe, you know, this is something that you guys talk about. Maybe this is just something that happens for you or him. Maybe not, it's not about each other. Strength, Leo. Also, just being patient and being strong and leaning on your strengths and knowing that you have what it takes to get through this kind of thing. There is more, oh, I don't remember that, but that's cool. And you're a Leo. Okay. So yeah, I don't remember all the readings I've ever done, so just, you know, bear with me. But that's cool that I've said that before, then that kind of seems like it makes some sense, huh? Yeah, because I don't know. I don't remember exactly what our, you know, readings have always been, but that's cool. Kind of seems like it goes, right? And here we're talking about, you know, there's stability wanting to be had. So I feel like you guys are going to try to make that happen. Like, it's not like you guys are striving for instability. It seems like you guys are both on the same page in that you want something stable. That's what you're maybe trying to better yourselves in your own lives too. Putting something to rest though. So it's kind of like either you guys feel very comfortable in each other's energy to where you feel like you can finally rest, or it's a situation where it's like you're considering whether or not to put something to rest. But I feel like it's the first one. Because we have, you know, this connection here. You guys are really, really connected. So that's why they want to reach out to you, silly. Told you. And they're probably going to try to. Well, they are trying to, but they're probably going to try to date you again or something. They're probably going to start this off by offering you a hand or trying to help you out doing something, or, you know, trying to lend you some kind of assistance or some kind of, like, hand in some way, whatever it is. He hurt me, so I'm not talking to him, lol, but I'm still in love with him. Good for you. Yeah, it seems like he's going to try to be, like, getting your attention in some way, like offering you some kind of gesture that's going to, you know, hopefully get you guys back together or something. Because I feel like he does feel that, and that connection that you guys had. And the Page of Cups is talking about, you know, he's going to try to court you or try to date you or something. You know, try to offer you some kind of emotional connection. It seems like marriage could happen if you give him a chance, you know. I don't see anything bad here. And so what does he want? I feel like he does want to be back with you. We've been broken up for a year, but he's never left me alone. Yeah, so it seems like he's definitely wanting something with you still, you know. And he's probably trying to offer that to you. And you're asking what does he want, so maybe he hasn't, you know, asked you directly, but it seems like that's what he wants, is for you guys to kind of connect again. So that was pretty straightforward to me. Hi. Hi, kid. So let's see. Right on. I love that. That's cool. Right on. You're welcome. Just one second, let me, okay. You're welcome, Michelle. You just saw it? That's funny. Aw. I felt bad that day. I was like, fuck, you know? Like, everything's kind of just not working out, and so I was like, at least, you know, maybe she can get something. You know what I mean? Because I know you're, like, more family-oriented, though, but it's like, didn't want you to think we forgot. Okay. My future spouse first impression. Okay. So let's see if we can, because again, we don't know if you're ever going to have a future spouse, which is like We just can't ask the question like that because we don't know for sure if you're ever going to get married. But what we can say is the next connection you have. What is this person going to be like, or what can we, any sign that we can maybe find out that they might possibly be, or any kind of like where you might meet them or something along those lines. We could do that. I love that when people go like, that was spot on. I'm like, good, cool, like, hope so. I definitely have had readings that weren't, but lately they've been getting great feedback, like all of them. So it's good. It's a good feeling, Like maybe I'm doing the right thing. Maybe this is like the right path, Sometimes I question it, but I know, you should ask a question right now. I'll do it right now. Well, I mean, there is a list, but you can be on the list. Because I don't think we have all the people here. Like, we've had a few people that were, like, not here at the time. And so we had 10 people, but then it's, I think... What is the list now? Dazzled of Empress or Chim, whoever's doing it. Let me see here. Hang on, I don't really want to look at the screen like this, so I'm just going to get... Oh. Shit, I just turned off the light, hang on. It's super fucking bright, but... Alright, I'm gonna look at this because I don't want to, like, stare at the screen, it's kind of awkward. So, let me see what this list is looking like here. This cat is attacking me. Hi, little one. And then we'll get to your question, Dazzled of Empress, okay? Definitely. Since Jenna's not here, I guess her Wi-Fi is not working right now, so... Okay. The list as of now is the same as it was last when she, when Jenna posted it. Is that what you're saying? Oh, damn it. Okay, I can't get any more of the list. So, you know what? Just add Michelle to the list if she wants to. If she wants to ask a question. Aww. I feel like people ask that a lot, like, are things gonna improve for me? And I always want to say yes, just because it's like, of course, like, of course they will, like, But honestly, I feel like you just have to believe that too. Like, there are people who commit suicide, and it's like, I don't think, I don't think you're going to do that, and I hope you never would. I'm just saying, like, obviously some people don't believe that it can, you know what I mean? So I feel like a big part of that is just, like, believing it can and then working, going from there, But, let me get to this question first. About your future husband, Dazzled of Empress. Okay. Or, we don't know if it's going to be a future husband, but we do know that at some point, whatever connection this is going to be, your next connection, what is this person like, and what can we know about them or find out about them? Or is it going to be a past connection? That's very possible. That's funny, because I'm like, is it going to be a past connection? Three of Wands comes out, so it could be a reminiscing of some sort. Maybe you meet this person at work, or this person, like, lends a hand, helps you out with a project or something. Just kind of, like, tries to be of assistance to you. Very caring energy. We have Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces energy, water. Also a person who's very genuinely caring, so I feel like they're pretty genuinely caring. Genuinely caring and nice and, wants the best for you kind of thing. Like, and it seems like you guys might as well be getting married here. very, very possible the Hierophant is the marriage card. So it could be a Taurus as well. But I feel like it's a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And so to me, it's like, boom. Like I usually, you know, if someone's asking a question like this, a lot of times the Hierophant doesn't come out. So it's not, but it doesn't mean you won't get married. It's just that with this Hierophant coming out, I feel like it's kind of a confirmation, you know, that it probably will be a marriage partner. And it seems like, because it seems like a person that's very caring too. So that's a plus. That's what you want in a marriage, right? It's a person who's genuinely caring for you. So that's good. And I think that it might be a water sign too, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Let's see what else we can figure out about this this person. Anything we can see here further about this person, let me know. Anything else we need to know about this person? Can you guys like this video really please? Really quick. Really please. Really quick please. If you can, it'll just take a second. And it means a lot to me. It helps YouTube share this video across the web, and it helps other people to see it. Because they go, okay, you're getting likes, that means it's interesting. Okay, we're going to show other people. So please, if you could do that. Yes, I think it will, but I'm going, oh wait, I'm sorry, that was old. That was an old comment. Thank you for liking, SD. Yeah, no, I definitely know what you're talking about, Michelle. Okay. Okay, I feel like things happen pretty quick with this situation. Like, you know, you guys definitely make things happen. You know, there's manifestation. And you guys have everything you need to make things happen, too. So it's not even like you're, like, trying to figure out how you know. It's just like you guys have it. You guys have what you need. And I feel like it makes things a lot easier in the situation. Walking away from something. Okay, so maybe you're going to be, having to move away. You know, because it seems like you guys have everything you need to make it happen with the Magician here, but then you're moving away from something, so maybe you feel like you know, you have to move maybe for a job or for, you know, just whatever it is, you know, there's a better house or there's a better something, you know, you feel like obviously the grass is greener over there, so, what are you doing? Stop it. I don't even know what that is. So, you know, there's some reason that you guys move away. I feel like it is travel, because I don't think you guys are, like, leaving each other. It seems like it's just starting. So, let's see here. Maybe this is, you know, you could meet them when you move, or if you move. You have some closed-off energy. Also, when I felt this, though, when I saw this card, the Six of Swords, I felt like it was saying almost like you guys are, distancing yourselves from people around you. Like, you're kind of, like, just being distant. And that would kind of seem like it makes sense with this Four of Cups here. Let's see what the romance angels have to say, because then we can get more insight on like what the situation is here, like what exactly is happening, and what's the potential for you guys to be long-term and continue like a good partnership, according to the romance angels. So let's see. Tell me what this connection is like. What is there? What do we need to know about their connection, and if it is long-term, if it's healthy? What is the energy there? Okay. Yes! Okay. Look at this. What did I just say? Oh, I'm sorry. What did I just say? You guys are moving away from people, right? You're distancing yourselves from people? Look at this. It's time to disconnect from the world. See those two? Married, disconnecting from the world, from the people around them. I fucking love these cards. They're always just like, they always just grasp the situation. I love it, because that's exactly what I meant. It's exactly what I was just saying. So yeah, it seems like that's what's going to happen. And so, that could go, you know, one of two ways. Either you guys are going to retreat and be like, this is good, or you're going to retreat and be like, oh my god, we've had way too much of each other and it's going to fuck everything up. I never would think that it would be a good idea to just, like, never ever see anybody else and just be, like, alone with the person you're with. Like, that always, there's problems, you know what I mean? You can't always be with the same person just 24 hours a day. It's just like, you know, have a social life. It's a good idea. You know, it's a good idea to have other people in your life too. Just saying. So, you're welcome. Okay, wait. Okay, okay, perfect. Denise, are you still here? What are you growling about? Oh, you're dreaming. Hi, Beth. Denise, are you still here? If not, then who's after Denise? Yes? Okay. Go ahead and repost your question, please, because I do not have the ability to see it anymore. Because we're too far in the game now. We're too far in the game now. Angel, if you want a reading, I think our free list is closed right now. But if you wanted a reading anyway, then you can donate. I'd really appreciate it as well. And all of that information is in the description box, so go ahead and check that out if you're interested. Readings are pretty in-depth. I don't think you'll regret it. So stick around for a while if you want to know what one of them is like, and then you can make your decision, okay? And also, another thing you can do, Angel, is you can subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell right next to the subscribe button. Then it will tell you when I'm going to go live or when I'm live, and you can get on the free list next time, okay? Just a little tip there. What are Kevin's feelings and actions toward me? So, like, what will his actions toward me be? Is that what you're wanting to know? Obviously. Right. So let's see, what are Kevin's feelings and actions toward me? Okay, well, let's see here. Shh, I don't like that. Let's see. Okay, so the card flew out and it was deception. But I'm gonna put it back in just because I wasn't gonna choose it. When I saw it, I thought, okay, I better not avoid that because what if that's important? But what I'm gonna do is put it back, put them all back, and see if it comes out again, then we know it's meant to be, okay? Because I always, you know, people go, oh, the card fell on the ground, like you're supposed to pick it up and it's supposed to be part of my reading. But really, it doesn't have to be, you know, unless I feel like, yeah, it's supposed to be. But if I don't, then it's like, I'll put it back and, you know, it'll come out again in some way. Like, the message will not just not be heard, you know what I mean? So, and a lot of times I get the same card, so, I mean, we'll see what happens here. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Okay? So you're like, is he going to take action toward me? It seems like it. It seems like there's going to be some kind of action that he's guided to take. Girl, what did I tell you? What did I just say? It came out again. So, someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Is it you or is it him? I have a feeling that you know the answer to that. But, past life relationship, you have known each other before. So this could be talking about a past connection, obviously. If you don't believe in past lives, then that's, you know, so not everyone does. And what that could mean is that this is a past connection, or basically that it's a feeling that you've had before, like a person from your life that you've, you know, you've had this feeling before because this is a person. This is kind of a pattern of yours. So I feel like it's not something that you, like, if it's not somebody from your past, which you've already indicated it is, but if it wasn't, then it would be talking about, you know, just a feeling you've had before with someone else is what you're getting with this person. So either there's deception, maybe this is talking about there was deception in the past, and now, in order for it to get better, the person has to make the effort for it to get better. That could be what it's talking about here. Because you see the way that it's coming out is like this. Make the effort, deception, past life relationship. So, I feel like it's even saying, like, now you guys need to make the effort, or he does, or whoever, you know, the deception was, you know, whatever deception was there and whoever did it, whoever's responsible for it, it's like they have to make that effort now. And they have to, like, make that better. Deception would be the both of us. Our pride makes us put up a facade. Oh, okay. See, I like that. I like that. You're, like, taking responsibility. You're taking ownership for something, you know? That's good. That's cool. I don't hear that very often. I don't think many people do. So, right on. Good for you. Very responsible about that. Mature. So, yeah. So it feels like, you know, if you feel like that's the case, then I guess both of you then will have to make the effort that is, you know, you're guided to take. So if you're guided to take, like, if you're guided to make effort that would make it better, if you're guided to not make effort because it wouldn't be good for you, whatever's guiding you, you know, whatever you feel intuitively is the right thing for you. And that goes for everyone, you know, whatever you feel is the right thing for you, please go ahead and do that, no matter what the cards say, you know, they're cards. And if you feel like something isn't right for you, then please don't do it, no matter what the cards say, you know, because they're cards. I'm just saying, so if, you know, whatever you feel like you need to do for the situation, that's what you should do. But, it seems like he is doing something. Like, maybe he realizes that he has done something and that he has to do something now to make it better, you know? That's what I'm hoping, at least, so. Because it kind of seems like it's saying, like, make the effort, like, that's what's needed, but I don't really know if that means that he's gonna do that. Let's look here, though. Because it's kind of like, almost like it's telling him what he needs to do, like, it's not like, oh, he's gonna make the effort, it's like, making the effort is what you need, you know what I mean, so. Yeah, I agree. For me, I don't plan on it until he shows me some sort of commitment, because I can't give second chances easily. Well, that's probably a good idea there. I mean, that's pretty strong of you as well, because a lot of people probably want to do that, and they just, like, can't, so. Let's see what he's going to be doing here. Okay, so, I mean, overall, I feel like he is wanting to provide, like, there is an opportunity of stability that comes in. Like, there's an opportunity that comes in that's, like, going to make the situation better. And it's just, like, basically if he's willing to use his free will in that way to make it better. And make the effort, right? So, it seems like it seems like that's the goal here. But you're kind of like, he's not showing me that he's committed, so it kind of makes me feel like he isn't seeing it yet. But it seems like he will, so let's see what else we can get here. Let's see what this is. Let's pull it all together here. Because, you know, the way you have it in your mind, it doesn't sound very promising, but then again, here we have stability. So, what are we talking about? We're talking about someone that feels like it's better. Either they feel like it's better with you, like the 9 cups that are filled here, it's like a ideal situation. So they're going to try to, you know, offer you some connection. Or it's talking about they're wanting to have their cake and eat it too. So maybe when they do offer you, but regardless, it's, you know, they're you know, this is like the knight coming back in to try to get you back, and it looks like there has been a change. Drastic change, if I can say that. Yeah, and there's a decision being made. So maybe they have made a change here, but it's still based around some confusion. You got the moon and the lovers, so Pisces, Gemini, but obviously you said what your guys' signs are already. It's just, you know, I feel like they do, like they're gonna take some action that has been initiated. It's, you know, happening because there's been a change, like a huge change, and possibly even transformation. So then they're making a very dedicated action, you know, decision. Oh. They're making a very, like, executive decision, like they're making a decision here. Taking action. But the action is based around, like, confusion, obviously love, but, like, there's something that's clouded. So, I mean, that's kind of weird. Like, I'm kind of nervous about that. And obviously we're going to figure out what that's trying to say, but I'm kind of nervous about what it's trying to say. Like, what is he not seeing clearly, and why? If there's been a transformation and he's wanting something more stable, then what's the problem? Manifestation. Interesting. Okay. So he doesn't know if you can make it work again after this heartbreak. He doesn't know if you guys can rebuild and reconnect and make it work again after this heartbreak. So, I mean, but it seems like he's gonna try. It just seems like he's not really sure if it's gonna work. But I don't think that's gonna stop him from trying. Because it doesn't seem like that's gonna stop him from trying, but it just seems like that's gonna be a constant thing in his mind, like, just like, can we even make this work? Are we too far gone? You know, is this, like, even worth it? But I don't think that's gonna be enough for him to, like, not try, you know what I mean? It seems like he's trying, but he's gonna always have this kind of, like, nervous anxiety kind of, like, is this, like, really gonna work, you know, because of what's happened between us? Like, you guys probably both feel that way, but it's kind of like this nagging question, or this nagging, like, constant thing. Even when things are going good, it's just like, is this for real right now? You know what I mean? Like, is this really gonna work for us? Like, I just, you know, after all that's happened. So why don't you guys be that example of, yes, changes can happen. People can change. People can fix things. Be the example. You know what I mean? Let's try that one. Okay, so I think we had Cheryl, and then Michelle, and then Lynn. Hi. Thank you for subscribing. Also, Lynn, if you look in the description box, you can see ways you can donate if you want to be on this list, because we have our free lists closed right now. But, I do appreciate the subscription. If you wanted to hit the notification bell right next to the subscribe button, then you can know next time we go live, and you can know how to get on the list for free, early, you know. It just, you know, that'll help a little bit to get on the free list next time. But if you still want a reading, then you can donate for sure. Okay, you donated. Okay. Okay, yeah, thanks for letting me know where, because that saves us a lot of time. Leslie. You know. But of course, I would do what I needed to do to figure out which place it was, but thank you for letting me know that it was Cashapp. And let's see, what is your question? Leslie, because she donated, so I'm just letting you know. Cheryl, if you're still here. Are you still here, Cheryl? Are you still here? Oh yeah, you're here. Okay. So I will answer your question right after this one. Currently feels about me, Denver. Okay. So Leslie, what is your question? Oh shit. Cards are flying everywhere. As usual. Okay. What are Amon's recent thoughts on me? Hope I'm saying that right. Okay. Let me get my other deck. It's like right here. This does not have to be difficult. Okay. Come on, cats. Let's do it. It's like stuck on this thing. Just hang on a second. Timing is great. Alright. After a frickin' tug of war with the purse, I got my other deck. I won this time. Okay. good? Alright. So we're wanting to know, what are Eamon's recent thoughts on me? Okay. Let's see here. Person very, like very materialistic energy here, and also a person who probably feels like they've been, like something was taken from them. Maybe they feel like they were used, or maybe they feel like something was literally stolen from them. No, you're gonna be a couple after this. I mean, Michelle, you don't have to stick around if you don't, if you got other shit to do. I get it, you know. But it's this reading, and then it's gonna be Cheryl, and then it's gonna be you. So you can leave, come back if you want. You know, do whatever you need to do. But I still do want to answer your question, so don't feel bad. Okay, so to me it feels like a feeling of like somebody either, you know, it's a person definitely concerned with money and stuff and material items, and they may feel like they got their items stolen, or maybe they feel like you used them or, literally stole from them. So that's interesting. And also we could be talking about an earth sign, Cancer, Scorpio, oh, that's water. We could be talking about an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So, with the King of Pentacles there. I'm just so used to saying Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I feel like that's the one I say the most. Alright, and then we do have this feeling, too, of like, well, this is Aquarius energy, but it's also talking about there's hope and there's, like, have faith. Somebody is, you know, has your back or has their back. I feel like they do think you either did them wrong or dirty, like you, used them or something for their stuff, or even if you didn't, I mean, it's just like their feeling of like, yeah, they are too concerned with material items, and they feel like you kind of like just used them, like even if you know you didn't, but that's the feeling. And but there's good, and there's hope here that basically it's going to get attention, or someone's going to have their back on it. It's like, I don't know if people are like going against you, but it seems like people have their back, or there's support and attention that they're getting. Like somebody cheering it on, you know what I mean? Like they're getting attention. So maybe they feel like this about you, like you're getting a lot of attention or something, or support. But they feel like someone was shady in the situation. Like they feel like you're kind of shady. Even if you're not. Even if maybe you even feel that way about them and it's just them projecting. I don't know, but it seems like that's how they feel about you right now. Maybe they think you're an attention whore or something. You know, like getting all of this attention or support or something. Like people around you cheering you on and stuff. Yeah, hasty decision making here. Like they're taking an action that's too, like without thought, without forethought. So they may have wanted to reach out a few times. Like they may have wanted to like take action and do something, but they just didn't. But it was like a hasty, it was like impulsive. So it's good that they didn't. But basically there's the Lovers, so that's Gemini, but it's also talking about, you know, a love situation. There's like, they're jealous of you, I feel like. Which is like odd, but I feel like, you know, maybe they're just bitter, is what it is. But they don't like to see you getting all this attention and all this, like, support. And I feel like they've almost, like, taken an action towards you recently. Like, they've almost done something, like, without thinking, and then they didn't. So, which is good, because it probably wouldn't have been a good idea anyway. But, yeah, I feel like they're not happy with your success or your, stability, is what it is. Like, it seems like they're just bitter or jealous or something. Like, they don't want to see you do well. Maybe because you left them in some type of way. I don't know. Like, they just seem like, not hateful, but just, like, bitter. And just kind of, like, negative as fuck. You know, like, that's cool. You're fucking wanting to see me do bad. That's awesome. Like, that means you're a great person, bro. Like, it says a lot, you know? But I feel like they're butthurt, basically, about you. You know, like they're butthurt about whatever the fuck happened, and they just are not happy with seeing you do well. Like they feel like jealous of that. So that sucks, but I mean, it doesn't suck. It's just like, wow, you know, ew. It's not really cute energy there, but go for it, I guess, you know. You know who I'm talking about? Good, because that's good. Okay. Let me see what else we can get to. I do want to give you... You know, it seemed pretty straightforward to me, but let's see if we can get anything else. People these days. Jesus. These days. I mean, whatever. All days, always, but just damn. Okay. So... Alright, I'll take it. You know, it's... Cool. God, it's like fucking... Nothing could just be, like, good, you know? Should just... It's like, oh yeah, there's... You know, there's... It seems like it's gonna turn around, and then, but... So, let me explain that. We have possible reunion here, coming together of some sort, you know, some sort of kind of coming back together and celebrating something, okay? Then we have, you know, you guys are trying to move forward, trying to see, okay, what direction do we go, you know? It's not just about taking action, but it's about careful, decisioned, you know, a careful action. How do we do, like, where do we go? How do we make this happen in a way that's going to work for us? Like, planning things, you know, talking about things, working it out, and progressing forward, right? And because this connection is thought of as either if it's a friendship, it's talking about, you know, either way, it's romantic or friendship, but it's talking about seeing each other eye to eye. So basically being very connected and having a lot of the same values, or just, you know, kind of being in the same energy, feeling like you guys are on the same page, and it just feels good, and it feels like it goes, you know? And then, you know, it feels like it's just meant to be that way. Justice. Maybe they made things better, they did something, maybe they just feel different now, and they're like, I'm not feeling bitter anymore, you know, I actually see the light in you, and I want to be in your life, or whatever it is, you know. It seems like they just kind of like things work out and balance themselves out, and things are meant to be that way, so it just, you know, it seems like it gets better. Like things come together and for some reason just kind of turn around. Okay. But then, the thing about it is, like, we see this, you know, wanting to provide stability. It seems like it's a good idea. It seems like it's going to turn around, and, like, maybe the thoughts that you guys both have about the situation are, you know, focused on, we need to improve the situation by making it more stable, you know, like working more, getting a better job, spending time with each other, whatever you feel like you need to create more stability in your situation. Like, you're just, that's the focus, and that's good. But then somebody's going to start to feel stuck. Yay! So I don't know if that's because basically, like, one of you is usually kind of non-committal, so you get closer and it feels right, and then you go, wait, I'm not really used to this kind of energy, I don't like that, and kind of distance yourself. Or it's because someone's dependent on another person. I mean, I don't know exactly why this occurs, because it seems kind of like, okay, that's a twist. But I'm getting this feeling here that, you know, someone's feeling like their hands are tied, like they have to be in this situation, they don't have a choice. The thing, though, about the Eight of Swords there is that, they really do have a choice, because it's just in your head. The swords around her are just in the ground, like, she's tied up, and she has a blindfold on. So that's why she doesn't know that she can just walk away from the situation. She just doesn't, she can't see that, because she feels like her hands are tied up, and she's all stuck there. But basically, you know, it's swords, so it's mental energy, and what it means is that it's all in your head. But since it's all in your head, it feels very real, and that's your reality, so I'm not trying to, you know, invalidate that it feels real to you. I just want you to know that it isn't, you know. I mean, it is. It feels real, so it is. That's your reality. But you can walk away. You're not stuck. You just don't know that because you can't see that because the blindfold's on. So maybe it's just love is blind kind of thing. But then you wouldn't feel so stuck if it was love. I don't know, maybe you think it is love, but you feel stuck, so it's like codependent. For some reason that you start to feel stuck in the situation, or them, or maybe both of you. But it seems to me like it's not really that way, you know. So if it gets to a point where you're like feeling like this is like no way out and I don't know what to do, Just know that there is a way out. You just have to find out what it is, and just know that you have control over your life. No one can control your life, you know? I get it, there's situations that people kind of have control over us, or we feel like it's just, you know, more comfortable with them, or safe or something. Like you feel safe and like you don't feel safe without it, and so you feel like, you know, they have control, or maybe they're just downright controlling. But, you know, it is your life. So at any time, you can really make the decision to leave that situation. And then if you have kids, it's like a lot more, you know, difficult and confusing. But you know, you do have a choice. You do. There's help out there for people, you know. Like sometimes it's hard to find exactly the right way to go, but there's people that you know, they do that for a living. Like they help people to get out of situations that are like that. So I mean, there's help out there. Well, I don't know what part of the world you're in. Hopefully there's help out there. But the Eight of Swords basically is the card saying that, you know, you can get out of it, but it's in your head. You feel like you can't. But you can. So, maybe it has nothing to do with your guys' relationship and it just feels, you know, confining or restricting. But it's not really because of the other person. It's just you. Just the way you feel. And it's really just not the case. Because remember the Eight of Swords, you can get out of it. It's not like you're really stuck. It just feels that way. So, Harris, yes I am. Okay? Okay. So, thank you for the question, the donation, Leslie. And who was after that? Cheryl. So, Cheryl, can you ask your question again for me, please, if you're still here? Please. You're welcome. Thank you. Currently feels about me, Denver. Okay. Denver. I think I've answered this before. Let's see what he says now. See if anything's changed about this person, how they feel about you. How they feel about you. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So let's see why this is coming out, okay? Also, we got another one. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So I feel like this is also talking to you about, first of all, free yourself. So we're going to see what that's about. If this is about the person we're asking about, or if this is like, you're wondering how they currently feel about you. Is this an ex or something? Like you're wanting to know, or is this like the person you're with, or is this a person you're interested in that is giving you mixed signals, or is this a person that doesn't know you're interested in them, but you guys talk and they don't, you know, it's not there yet, or so you just want to know how they feel. So basically here what I'm saying is, we'll figure out what the free yourself is. I feel like though it's talking about, maybe you're hung up on this, and it's better to like not be, because it's kind of like holding you back, you know what I mean? And then calling in your soulmate, to me, definitely says that you need to start getting real about, you need to start figuring out what it is that you want in a relationship, because you're kind of just going for it and hoping for the best and not really even sure what your type is, kind of thing. Like maybe you kind of like have some kind of idea, but really when you get with a person, it's just kind of like you just see what happens, and you don't have any like not like preferences, but you don't have any like boundaries basically. So you need to get some of those, and you know, you don't have to just be with somebody just because they want to be with you, you know what I mean? You can have things that you want and things that you don't want in a relationship, and you can make decisions based on those things, you know what I mean? So I feel like it's saying that when you go about your next partner, this is what you need to do first. Like you need to actually be thinking about these things and actually have a list of boundaries and deal breakers. I don't know if you've seen the boundaries and deal breakers list yet, or what that means, but what it means is boundaries. It's like, oh, that's uncomfortable. Like, you know, when a person is like touching one of the boundaries that you have or crossing it, because you're like, that doesn't feel right. I don't like that, like, behavior towards me, you know? Not cool. And the deal breakers is like, no question about it. We're not discussing this. We're done. Like, I'm just not deal breaker. Like, and you don't have to let them know what those are. Probably better if you don't, because then they're just gonna like work around it. But you don't let people know this. This is your list, your personal list of shit that you go by in your relationships. And it helps guide you so you could see like whether or not somebody is worth your fucking time. Got it? Okay, so yeah, make one of those, and or you know, one of each of those, and it will give you a lot more insight into like, is the person worth your time or not, because you would know better than I do what this is trying to say. I mean, I'm giving you the ideas, but it's like, free yourself. I feel like it's talking about this person that you're wanting to know about really isn't worth your time, and you could really be dating somebody that is like better for you, like calling in your soulmate here. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So it's like having some kind of idea of what that is that you need and want in a relationship, and then, you know, being able to have that happen because you're able to go, no, yes, you know what I mean? And not just going, sure, okay, and then wasting your years and years with a person that is not right for you, and that you're just like, well, but, you know, they love me. It's like, it doesn't matter, okay? That's not the point. The point is, are they good for you? Does it work? Is it right? You know what? I'm not perfect, okay? I'm just saying, like, this makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, this is, you know, it makes sense. What I'm saying. Even if, you know, I'm not like an angel. I'm not like a saint. I've done things wrong, okay? But, like, for you, this is what the cards are saying, is that it would be easier for you to find the person that's meant for you if you had any idea of who the fuck that was, and if you were able to actually make decisions based on that, you know, that system in your head that's like, that person's good for me or not, you know, and I'm gonna stay with them or not based on that. So, but let's see what they're thinking and feeling about you. Although that is something that I want you to keep in mind, okay? Because it seems like you're stuck on a person, but you could have somebody better. So, okay, so it seems like Denver is thinking that, like, you know, you guys, like, whoever distanced themselves, they feel like someone distanced themselves because they felt like they were doing all the work or giving most of the effort. They felt like it was just them doing all the work. Even if that's not the case, like, you don't feel like that's the case, like, you feel like you were the one who put all the work out, they feel like overall that they could get you back. Like, they think that, like, there's going to be a reunion at some point. I feel like they're, like, so comfortable with it that they're not even putting effort out right now. Like, they just know one day, you know, I can get you back, you know. Because it's like, they're complaining here. Oh, I had to leave because I was the only one putting in the work, or, you know, whatever, you know, maybe you left, and they're like, that's the way they rationalize. I don't know, I'm jaded as fuck, but basically that seems to me like they're complaining, but then they're also seeing that there's a reunion at some point. And I just feel like that's them being comfortable with the fact that they could probably just come back at any time, and then go ahead and blame you for everything, you know? It doesn't seem right. Yeah, there's something that they're not able to let go of, but neither are you, apparently. But I think that they feel like at some point you guys will get back together. So it's not even really saying that this person's, like, wrong by saying free yourself, but it's saying you're stuck on the person, or, like, you know, you're stuck in some kind of behavior or some kind of way of life that is not for you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if how committed this person is here. Knight of Wands. But it's saying basically, like, something is holding you back, and you need to take back control of your life. I think this person really does have, like, you know, a big heart, but at the same time, they're not about that relationship type thing. They don't want to be held down, or restricted, or in a long-term relationship. And they're making that decision. Like, yeah, they're not able to let something go of, but that they're not very committed to. But, you know, they want to be, but it's like they just They just can't. They're not, and that's why I feel like it's not really like you, or like that they don't like you enough and they just don't respect you. It's more like they just can't, they don't do that. They're not about doing that. So whatever the case may be, it seems like they're not committed to the situation, and like you're sitting here like they might try to come back, but then they're already knowing that they're not very committed to it, or anybody. So it's saying free yourself, because basically this is a waste of your time. Unless they want to go ahead and be committed and show you and treat you right, then of course, you know, do what you need to do. Do what you feel is right for you, but I feel like right now it's pretty much saying that that's not the case. And you're worried that you will make a wrong decision. You're not sure, like, how to go about it. You think you're going to fuck up and take them back and then get fucked over again. You think that either you're going to make the wrong decision by not taking them back, or you're going to make the wrong decision by taking them back, giving them another chance, and then getting fucked over and hurt worse. So you're all fucked up and tied into this situation, but again, that's why it's free yourself, right? Maybe it's just too complicated for you to really do correctly, and that's what you're worried about, but maybe you can find somebody better that's not going to be so confusing for you, you know? So start figuring out what a ideal partner would be for you, okay? I'm not talking about hairstyle and job and status in the community. I'm talking about, like, they're compassionate, and they are supportive, they're emotionally available, they are, you know, they're down for you, and they're committed. Most of all. I mean, but just because someone's committed doesn't mean they're right for you, but I'm just saying, like, you know, start figuring out what that means to you, like an ideal partner that feels right, that feels like it's, the love's there, and you feel like it's a good thing for you. Start thinking about what that is, because I feel like you just don't have that in your mind right now, and that's not helping you find your ideal partner, so... okay, if Michelle's not here, I think she asked a question up here. Will me and Fred ever stop having bad communication? He's the best guy, but we suck at understanding text and just stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, let's use the romance angels for, you and Fred. So basically I'm using the romance angels just to see, what they have to say about the connection, and, whether or not it is, like, going to last, or, you know, and, so these are just cards, okay, so, if you feel like there's something that you should do in your life that's right for you, please don't let these cards stop you from doing that, and, you know, you're your own person, it's your life, I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just giving you what they say, and, you know, you can take it or leave it. So please don't be influenced by that, you know, and take actions that you wouldn't have taken already, or don't, like, prevent yourself, don't, like, don't, change your mind about taking actions that you're already gonna take, or that you're, you know, that you feel like is right for you. Because just do whatever you feel is right for you, okay? Despite what the cards say. That's just what I want to say first of all. But let's see what they say about this relationship and what we need to know about it. And what's between you in this situation. What's between you? What is there? What is this about? How deep is it? How does it go? Where does it go? What do you guys feel about it? Like, what is it? That cannot be seen, you know? Like, what is the energy between you? Playfulness and honeymoon. To capture romance, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So I do feel like it's a good connection. It seems like maybe one or both of you could lighten up a little bit every so often. But basically, I feel like this person's bringing a lot of positivity to your life. They could be, like, kind of funny, you know. And maybe sometimes you guys both are just, you know, the arguments and the little, you know, miscommunication. It's like, that's all it is, you know, and you guys just can't take it to heart so much. Like, so what? You misunderstood each other, you know? Like, just brush it off and laugh about it and let it just be something stupid, like, you know, miscommunication, just simply what it is, you know what I mean? Like, these arguments I feel like are kind of, like, unnecessary. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be taken so seriously. Like, just because you misheard, okay. You know, if one of you is impatient, and that's what I mean, like, just, you know, you gotta lighten up a little bit. Like, I feel like you know, you say he's a great guy, so I mean, these arguments you guys have, it's probably not even really, like, a big, serious problem. It's just, you know, your guys is, like, you guys just kind of, like, get a little frustrated. But, you know, it seems like, you know, if you just lighten up a little bit and just remember that it's really not that big of a deal, whatever the argument is, then I don't see why it can't, like, be resolved, or maybe you guys could just try to keep that in mind. But let's see here. What else do we have here? Because I feel like overall the person's kind of, you know, is pretty positive for your life. Probably has brought in a lot of positivity. Playfulness. Maybe you were taking life too seriously before, you know, and now you're not so much. You know, you're, like, able to kind of see that things are fun, you know, playful, and you can have a good time regardless of what's going on, you know, in the company of this person. So, let's see what else is here. Or maybe, you know, when they're not around, they kind of remind you that. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So again, about the communication, it's like, you guys have a good connection most of the time. And as you get to know each other, you realize even more that you want this. You know, this is, you guys both want this, and that it's there. Your bond deepens, you know. So I feel like basically, I mean, we'll get into the tarot as well, but it seems like these are little arguments that, you know, can be resolved. I think if you guys both are having a hard time with communication, because me and your brother, it's the same thing, okay? Horrible communication when it's about personal issues. When it's about anything else, like, you know, like some topic, like, you know, anything, like just anything about, like, something we're using our minds, like, not our emotions, we can talk for hours, and everything is, like, we really are into it. But, like, when it comes to personal things and how we feel, we just cannot, like, we just never have been able to really communicate very easily and very well. So I get that, the miscommunication thing, like, the communicate, you know, it's just, like, but I feel like the best thing that you guys could do for each other is, like, it's both of you, you know what I mean? It's both of you, so it's not, like, one person who's, like, even if one person is more understanding, it's just there's something, or many things, that, you know, you guys just are different about the way you go about things, and it's just frustration, you know? Like, if you can just see, maybe even it's, like, you're saying something, and you're, like, agreeing. You're like, yeah, no, I agree with you, but they don't think you're agreeing, and they think you're, like, against what they're saying, but you're like, I'm agreeing with you. Like, what do you just said it differently. So it's just literally, like, you guys just are kind of different in how you communicate and how you, like, say things and how you receive things, you know? But it's literally just that is, like, the miscommunication. It's really not even that you guys don't click or anything. It's just your temperaments are different, you know? So basically, it's just finding that even ground and trying to be, like, calm, you know, and just stay and be patient with each other. Like, realize that you guys have different temperaments and that it's different how you communicate. And just, like, try to always remind each other, like, I'm not against you, you know, I'm on your side. It's just, you just don't think I am, which is, you know, like, you just don't see that. But, you know, it really isn't, I'm never against you, you know. I'm always, you know, trying to understand you if I don't. And I'm never trying to, like, put you down or, you know, say you're stupid or, you know, not understand where you're coming from. It's just maybe I don't sometimes, and that's okay. There's action, you know, there's, like, taking action. So it's either that you guys need to take this action and, like, really, you know, it will fix things a lot to kind of just, like, start to realize and start to act in that energy of, like, this isn't a big deal, we just misunderstood each other. Like, you guys both need to do that. Really kind of just sit down, have that talk, you know, have that communication, and just be like, look, like, this is stupid, like, I'm different than you in a lot of ways, but that's cool, because I like you a lot, and we can make this work. Like, you know, when we argue, we gotta just realize that. We gotta just remember that, because these things are kind of like little things that don't need to happen, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, why are we arguing? You know, we know why we're together, so let's not take it so seriously. And, like, if you could just do that, it seems like, you know, okay, is that really gonna, but really, like, if you could just sit there when you're starting to get frustrated, and just be like, hey, you realize how this is kind of going downhill? Like, let's just turn it back around, because we don't want to argue, you know? We don't want to. So it's not, you know what I mean? Like, work together here. Tauruses, though, are pretty stubborn, you know? I think we talked about that before. So, I mean, maybe it's them who just needs to realize, like, you don't have to listen to everything they say. You do things your own way. As a Sagittarius, that's something they're going to have to learn and realize and accept. See, because you guys are so different. Okay, you guys are different in a lot of ways, right? But here's the thing. I mean, as a Cancer moon, you will probably do what you have to do to kind of make it work. But I don't want that to diminish your sense of self. So basically, a Sagittarius needs freedom, and they need to not be restricted, and they need to not be closed into a box and be told what to do every 5 seconds of the day. They need to have the freedom to do what they need to do. And I feel like, you know, if it's a good connection, you guys should be able to have the trust enough to be able to do that. Like, there's, you know, if they know you well enough, they know how you feel about them, and if you know them well enough, you know how they feel, and it's like, even, no matter what, it's like, I mean, not no matter what, if you fuck them over, obviously that's gonna ruin some shit, but, you know, in the sense that it's just, that there's, like, fears there, you're not sure what's gonna happen next, you're not sure, you know, you almost feel like, you know, you've been hurt in the past, both of you, so you're kind of hyper vigilant about, like, are they gonna cheat, like, should I trust that? I feel like for the most part you guys don't have worries like that, but when you do, it's like, you don't need to do that. Like, there doesn't need to be that worry or fear there, you know? Sagittarius don't need to be having everyone down their throat every 5 seconds. They do things the way they do things, and they need to be able to do that, to feel comfortable, and you want them to feel comfortable because you want them to be themselves, you know, in a relationship. So, and Taurus are pretty stubborn, so they're gonna want things to go their way. And that could cause some issues there. Can you see that? How that could... So, but basically you guys just need to accept that you're different and be able to trust each other enough to know that, like, look, if I want to do something my way, please let me do it. I don't always have to listen to you, you know, like, and don't take offense to that, you know, because it's not like that. It's just, I do things a certain way, and I always have, and, you know, it's not like I'm against you just because I don't want to do things the way you want them done. You know, this is my life too. So, you know, it has to be that communication as well, that agreement of, like, okay, even sometimes it could be like, okay, well, you do it your way and I'll do it my way. We don't have to do it a certain way. You know, we can still be our own individual people without having to think that the other person's against us, or, you know, but just don't start doing that whole thing where it's like, you know, you're taking offense to, like, someone not doing it your way. It's like, if it's your thing, do it your way, that should be fine. If it's their thing, they want to do it their way, that should be fine, you know? Like, it's really just, it seems complicated, but it's as simple as that, you know what I mean? So hopefully you guys can understand what, you know, hopefully that makes some sense, and hopefully you got some clarity from that. And I'd love to go into that even further, because that seems like something that we could keep going into, and we'd get more information. Well, of course, but, yeah, it's interesting. But I feel like it's, like, just as simple as that, you know? Even though maybe it doesn't seem like that is a simple thing. To me right now it does, objectively. And maybe I could take that advice myself, I don't know. Maybe Victor's watching and I don't have to repeat that. And, you know, maybe you feel the same way, I don't know. But it seems like that makes sense to me, like, that's good advice. So, I think we had, like, 2 other people or something, or what were we at? Okay, Chim. How is Jack intending with me? Should I let him go? Also, could I please know if I should delete the messages I sent him? Thank you. Wait, so... Three questions here. So let's see. got serious for a second. What's between these two? Is there a chance here? What is left between these two? In this relationship, what is left? What is there? That was too many. I'm sorry, baby. I was talking to the cat right now, by the way. The kitten. I'm not calling you baby. Okay. So, are you here, Chim? You're here, right? Hey, Pinkie Pie. I'm doing good. How are you? Okay, Laisha, did you donate through Cashapp or PayPal? Just so, I don't waste my time looking for both. Well, I mean, if I look for PayPal, it's gonna take a second, but it's okay. I'm just curious what you did, if you could answer for me. So I could, you know, get your reading going after this one for sure. And the reason I do that is because I've had people say that before and then they didn't, and that's, like, not cool. So, you know, because we do have a free list, so you don't have to donate, but once it's closed, you kind of do. So, that's the only reason I have to check. So, not to be, like, stingy as fuck, but just, you know, have to check. Because I've been done dirty before. I've been done wrong before. Okay. It looks like you did it through PayPal. Yep. Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you, by the way. So I will get your reading done right after this one, okay? Since we're already starting on this one, I'm already like halfway through it. But, it's okay. Yeah, Michelle, you're just, yeah. No, you're gonna have to... I already answered your question, Michelle, so just back up the video a little bit and you'll see, like, I literally, like, just finished it. But I'd like to continue it, so if you'll give me a chance to do that, we can do that later too. Okay, so I forget what I was answering though. Chim. Oh, that's right, Chim. Okay, we were talking about you. What did we say? I totally just spaced. I totally just spaced on what I just said to you. That usually doesn't happen. That's weird. You asked about the person. Did I start your reading? I did, didn't I? Didn't I start it? Is Chim here still, first of all? Because I'd like to get some understanding. Or does anyone remember? Because I literally just spaced on what the hell I just said. I feel like I started their reading, didn't I? I feel like I started it up, but I don't remember at all what I said. Oh, okay. So, yeah, is Chim here still? Chim, chim, chimmy, chim, chim, chimmy, chim, chim. Wait, I said, okay, if Chim isn't here, then we're gonna move on. Just because now I'm confused. Sorry. That usually doesn't happen, but I feel like I started answering the question already. I just don't remember what they said. What the hell? There's a ghost in here. Oops. There's a ghost in here. That was creepy as fuck. Okay. But yeah, I feel like I started answering that, but I don't remember what I said, so, Chim, if you're in the house, please email me, and we will continue your reading, because I'm lost now, and confused. Okay. So, now we're on Laisha. What do you see coming for me in Brandon? Did he enjoy the time we spent together last night? Okay. My apologies, Chim. But you are no longer present, so that's sad. It makes me sad. But the show must go on. So, with that being said, let's see here. I'm going to use the Romance Angels for your question, Laisha. Because then we can kind of see what's, you know, what's there, what's left, if anything is there and left. Let's see what's going on here. Tell me about the relationship with her and Brandon. Brandon and Laisha. Well, that's a lot of cards that I'm not going to look at. Too many. Going back in the pile. And Laisha, can you pick a question, or I mean, I'm sorry, can you pick a number for me? 1 through 44, please. 1 through 44. Any number. 1 through 44. One through 44 here. Any number. 22. Okay. Children. Your love life is being affected by children in some way. So not necessarily that you have children, not necessarily that you want children, not necessarily that you're having children, but basically children are affecting you in some way. So it could be like brothers and sisters you having to watch over, or you know, it could even just be like the person we're talking about, their family that they're watching over. Maybe they're most definitely his baby mama. Okay, that's another option. Put the kid on him. Okay, so there you go. So let's see, but it is saying this could be the one. That's something that fell out when I was shuffling. But I was gonna go ahead and let you have a, you know, pick your number anyway, because I already, you know, told you to. So not gonna go back on that, but this one flew out. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So this is already talking about here, you know, it could be about this person, or it could be about somebody else, but basically you've already met them. You've already met them. You already know who it is. So you already know this person, and your children are affecting it in some way. So maybe it is that person we're talking about. But it's saying here too, extend your lighthearted energy to others. But the love is unrequited, so there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. But I don't think that this is, I don't think this is all there is to this. Well, separation, time apart from your partner, is on the horizon. So, I mean, why is this person still involved in your life? Is this something that you are having a hard time just getting over, and you feel like there's nothing, like it's not anything now? You guys hung out last night, so obviously they're still in your life in some way. Like literally. So let's see. I want to see what the significance of this person in your life is right now. Because I see the Three of Swords, so I feel like they've hurt you before. Or there was heartbreak there for some reason. Or because of something that happened. So, oh yeah, Chim, can you email me? Because I'll just do I'll be doing a reading for you. An unlisted video reading. Instead of doing it on here, okay? My phone just died, so we're gonna have to deal with it, but it's all good. Oh shit. Okay, if this question goes out, because my iPad's gonna die too, if this dies, you're gonna have to email me, and this is the email, okay? If this dies right now, before I can get my charger, email me, Laisha, and I'll give you a personal reading as well. And Chim, definitely email me, because I've already kind of like moved on from that. So that's just, I'm moving on from it. And I'm going to give you a personal reading though, which is kind of better. So don't worry about that. Not, not getting your question answered or not getting a reading. It's kind of a cool thing. So I mean, bear with me. Okay, cool. Right on. Alright, we did it. We did it! It didn't die on us. Good. Okay. That was close. I've had that happen before. Like, right midway through a reading, just cuts out. People are like, hello? I'm like, oh shit. Oops, that's irresponsible. But it is what it is. It happens, I'm irresponsible sometimes. Okay, so he's working a lot. So what is the connection here? What is there? What is left? What is the significance of him in your life? Remember that question? What is the significance of him in your life right now? We have the Temperance card, which could be Sagittarius energy. It could just mean, peace and harmony, basically wanting to have balance in your life and restore the harmony back into your life. And the Knight of the Knight of Swords. What are you doing? My dog is like looking at the cat like all weird and like, I don't know, that was scary. Don't go over there. He's looking like he's gonna eat you. Okay, if he does, I'm gonna have to go. But if he eats him, I'm gonna have to go. So, here we go. Here is the Knight of Swords. There you go. And the Temperance card. So if we're not talking about a Sagittarius, then we're talking about, very quickly here, or maybe very, very abruptly, they kind of just came back into your life. Like, just kind of like didn't even see it coming and it just kind of happened. Like, very like, hey, what's up, let's hang out, and just straightforward, it just came and just started happening. Like, whoa, okay, like almost like you can't even say no, because it just came and it just was pushed on you and you're just like, okay. you know, it just kind of happened. It just kind of made its way into your life. But if we're not talking about that, we're talking about like an energy of like very soon. This is, you know, hope at least they're wanting to bring, they're feeling like this can bring harmony to their life. Like maybe this is like going to balance them out. They feel like good in your energy, you know. That's the significance. And okay, King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So it could just be also that, you know, if it's not Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, we're talking about, you know, honesty, straightforwardness, cutthroat, communication, but also not very emotional communication. Not very, like, emotionally expressive, or not very emotionally available, you could even say. And then we have here heartbreak again, so that sucks. Maybe it's just a heartbreaking situation because it doesn't really click because of that lack of emotion. That would kind of be funny if the person was a Sagittarius, because that kind of goes with like them being cutthroat and honest and just kind of like straight up without very much like, kind of like sometimes saying things that they don't need to say that hurt people. Like just being very blunt, you know. With the King of Swords there, it's, you know, swords are air energy, but it's talking about like a person who's very just kind of like says things without really, like it's not really like they're trying to be like nice necessarily. I mean, it's not that they're trying to be mean. It's just like, I feel like maybe that's what it is like they basically, they say things sometimes that are kind of like hurtful without trying to be. Just very straightforward, you know. But it doesn't feel good. It's like kind of heartbreaking in a way. Like they're not trying to be like that, but it just kind of is that way because of how they are. They just say things that are on their mind. They're just very straightforward. And but I do see the Three of Swords here. So why is this here? Why is the Three of Swords here? Why is the Three of Swords here again? Ten of Pentacles. So it seems like the hope here is wanting a family, or wanting you know, a very stable, committed connection. But there's heartbreak there. So, but it seems like that's not going to happen because there's disappointment and heartbreak. Like the heartbreak is that this is what's expected or wanted or hoped for, but it's not happening. That's just what I feel. Like it's going to be a letdown. See, you know, I'm sorry, this light is fucking shoddy. But there's like waiting around, and there's the thing about that is like it's waiting, it's not action, it's not happening, it's you're waiting for it to happen. So this person's like, but you've been through this before with them, this cycle of like bullshit, I could say, you know, like they're, I don't want to say leading you on, but they're sending you mixed signals, and you're very defensive about that. Like you might even say that you like, I don't know what I'm talking about if I say that. Like, you might say, like, no, they want me, and, like, that's what they said, so that's what it is. You know, like, you're wrong, they're not sending me mixed signals, that's not at all. Like, you know, they want this, you know, and it's like, they might want it right now. Because the Knight of Wands is very passionate, and he's very into it when he's there. And he's into it, and he's telling you, you know, he's promising you things, and he's into it for sure when he's there. But when he's not, he's not. I mean, not that he's not, but it's just not the same. It's like he's passionate one day, and then it's gone. I mean, it's passionate as all fuck, and it feels really great, but it just doesn't last. So I would just be careful with that one, you know. I really would, because if you've already felt heartbroken by this person before, just remember why that is and what they've done, and just know that they're capable of doing that. So maybe you shouldn't trust them or give them a chance again yet. If you do, just try not to have too many high expectations of the situation, because I feel like it hasn't been that long since the last situation, and you probably should, you know, make them prove that they're worth your time before you just give them another chance, just because maybe they haven't changed yet. To me, it seems like it's not going to last, okay? It seems like they're very passionate, and they may be offering you a lot of commitment or promising you things. It seems like it's not going to last, though. So I'm just letting you know now, okay? It seems like you guys are clicking pretty well. I just don't see it lasting long term. Like, I don't think, even if they think it will right now, maybe that's what they hope for and that's what they think now. But it just seems like they're not committed to it long term. And that could always change, you know? I mean, that could always change. We do have free will, so these are just cards, remember? So I'm not saying you're doomed to shit. I'm just saying be careful, okay? And just, you know, take it easy, take it slow, and just try not to expect anything before you see actions being taken, okay? Alright, you guys, so I'm gonna get going. But thanks for being here tonight. Please go ahead and like this video if you're here and you haven't done that yet. I would really appreciate that. It just takes a second. If you want a reading as well, please email me. My email is, I just put it in the chat box, originalinsightstarot@gmail.com. I'd love to do readings for you guys. $5 for 30 minutes, so go ahead and email me. You should show him the reading, Michelle. I know he's not exactly like into it like we are, but maybe, I don't know. Good night. And good night, you guys. Please email me if you want a reading. I'm doing 30 minutes for $5 right now. It's not going to last forever, but it is going on right now. So I'd love to do a reading for you. Email me, okay? Say bye, kitty. Oh, he doesn't want to be in the light. Okay. Please like this video, you guys. I'd really appreciate that. Booty! And Chip says bye. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you.